First contact under fire. The sensor alert pulsed an angry red as the UNSF Pathfinder dropped out of FTL on the edge of the Tau Ceti system. Captain Elena Reyes leaned forward in her command chair, her dark eyes narrowing at the massive structure that materialized on the main view screen. "What in God's name is that?" she whispered. Commander Jackson, her XO, shook his head in disbelief. "It doesn't match any known configuration in our database, Captain. But it's big, at least 3 kilometers from bow to stern." The object hung, motionless against the star field. Its hull a patchwork of dark metals and strange crystalline structures that caught the distant sunlight. The design was unlike anything humanity had encountered in their century of space exploration. "Life signs?" Elena asked, her voice steady despite her racing heart. "None detected," replied Lieutenant Rahman at the sensor station. "But, Captain, the radiation readings are off the scale. The entire vessel is bathed in enough radiation to kill an unprotected human in minutes." Dr. Samira Wei, the Pathfinder's chief science officer, approached the captain's chair with a datapad. Her usual composure was shaken, excitement replacing her typical scientific detachment. "Captain, preliminary scans suggest it's been drifting here for thousands of years, maybe longer. The technology is, well, it's beyond anything we've ever seen." Elena considered her options. First contact protocols dictated caution, but this wasn't contact. This was archaeology, and potential technology that could advance humanity by centuries. "Prep the shielded shuttle and assemble an exploration team," she ordered. "Full radiation protocols. I want to know what that thing is." 4 hours later, Elena stood in the shuttle bay watching her team make final preparations. 6 crew members in bulky radiation suits conducted equipment checks, their movements awkward in the heavy protection. "The suits will give you 8 hours, Dr. Wei explained, helping Elena secure her helmet. "Any longer and even these shields won't be enough." 8 hours should be sufficient for a preliminary survey," Elena replied, her voice slightly muffled. The shuttle detached from the Pathfinder, its thrusters leaving brief blue trails as it approached the alien vessel. Up close, the ship was even more impressive and unsettling. Its hull was covered in strange symbols that seemed to shift and change as Elena studied them. "There's an opening on the ventral side," Commander Jackson reported from the pilot's seat. "Appears to be a docking bay or maintenance hatch." The shuttle eased through the opening, revealing a cavernous hangar bathed in dim emergency lighting. Most surprising of all, the lights were on. "Are we seeing this?" Wei's voice cracked with excitement. Functional systems after who knows how many millennia. The team disembarked cautiously, heavy boots clanking against the metal deck. Radiation counters clicked insistently inside their helmets, confirming the lethal environment. "Stay together," Elena ordered. "Wei, Jackson, with me. Martinez, Okafor, Chen, secure the shuttle and establish a communications relay back to the Pathfinder." They moved deeper into the ship, passing through corridors lined with technology that defied easy classification. What appeared to be control panels featured interfaces that seemed designed for hands with 5 digits, not unlike human hands. "This can't be coincidence," Wei murmured, studying a console. "These controls, they're almost ergonomically designed for human use." Jackson scoffed. "That's impossible. Whatever built this ship couldn't have known about humans." Wei didn't respond, too engrossed in her scanner readings. After 30 minutes of exploration, they reached what appeared to be a bridge or command center. Dormant screens lined the walls. In the center stood a raised platform with what resembled a captain's chair. "I'm detecting power fluctuations," Wei reported. "It's as if the ship is waking up." The moment Elena stepped onto the platform, the room came alive. Displays flickered to life, bathing the team in soft blue light. A holographic interface materialized before her, symbols racing across its surface before settling into patterns that impossibly began to rearrange into recognizable script. "It's translating into English," Jackson whispered. "How the hell is it doing that?" Before anyone could respond, Wei's voice cut through their shocked silence. "Captain, we've got a problem. I'm detecting multiple ships approaching at high speed. Definitely not human configurations. Elena tapped her comm. Pathfinder, this is the captain. Status report. The response came through with static interference. Captain, we've detected a fleet of unknown vessels entering the system. They're on an intercept course and not responding to hails. ETA 12 minutes. Elena cursed under her breath. Of course they weren't alone in discovering this prize. Back to the shuttle, she ordered. We need to. Her words died as a new hologram materialized in the center of the bridge, a swirling configuration of light that coalesced into a humanoid shape. Not human, exactly, but close enough to be unsettling. Tall and slender with elongated features and eyes that glowed with inner light. Genetic compatibility confirmed. It spoke, its voice resonant yet artificial. Activating primary systems. Welcome, inheritors. What are you? Elena managed to ask. I am the operational intelligence of this vessel, designation ascendancy. You carry the genetic markers of my creators. Wei stepped forward. That's impossible. We've never encountered your species. The AI's expression remained neutral. You are descendants of the progenitors. They seeded many worlds before their extinction, including your Earth. The revelation hung in the air, but Elena had no time to process its implications. We have multiple unknown vessels approaching, she informed the AI. Are they hostile? Scanning, the AI replied. The display shifted to show a fleet of sleek, angular ships approaching rapidly. Varn Confederacy vessels. They have been searching for this ship for centuries. And they won't be happy to find us here, Jackson muttered. The AI's expression hardened. The Varn are not authorized users. You are the genetic inheritors. This vessel will protect you. As if on cue, the Pathfinder's communications officer broke through. Captain, the alien fleet is hailing us. And you're not going to believe this, but they're speaking English. They're ordering us to abandon the relic vessel immediately, or face destruction. Elena exchanged glances with her officers. Put them through. The main display shifted to show a stern-faced alien. Its skin was pale blue with faint scale-like patterns, 4 eyes arranged in a diamond pattern regarding Elena, with obvious hostility. Human vessel, the alien commander spoke, each word precisely enunciated. You have illegally boarded an artifact under Varn Confederacy protection. Evacuate immediately or be destroyed. Elena straightened her spine. This is Captain Elena Reyes of the UNSF Pathfinder. We discovered this vessel abandoned and claim exploration rights under interstellar salvage protocols. The alien's 4 eyes narrowed simultaneously. Salvage? This is the Ascendancy, the most powerful warship ever created. It belongs to the Varn by ancestral right. Incorrect. The ship's AI interjected, its voice now broadcasting on all channels. Genetic analysis confirms these humans are descendants of my creators. They carry the activation markers in their DNA. The Varn possess no such compatibility. The alien commander's composure cracked, revealing shock and fury. Impossible. The progenitors were a myth, a story told to children. Not a myth, the AI replied calmly. And these humans are their legacy. Elena saw an opportunity in the alien's confusion. Commander, I propose we discuss this situation diplomatically. There's no need for conflict. There is every need, the alien hissed. The Ascendancy is the most powerful weapon ever created. We cannot allow an unaligned species to control it. Weapon? Elena questioned, looking to the AI. What exactly? Is this ship? The Ascendancy was created to combat a cosmic entity known as the Devourer, the AI explained. A force that consumes stars and all life within their systems. The progenitors created me to fight it, but they fell before completing their mission. The Varn commander's anger shifted to something like fear. The Devourer is a legend. Not a legend, the AI replied. And it will return. Your long-range sensors have already detected anomalies at the galaxy's edge, have they not? The commander's silence was confirmation enough. Elena felt the weight of the moment pressing down on her. Whatever was happening, she was now at the center of a conflict with implications beyond human understanding. Perhaps we should continue this discussion in person, she suggested to the Varn commander. You propose a meeting? The commander seemed suspicious. Yes, aboard the Ascendancy. It seems we both have stakes in this situation. The alien was silent for a long moment. Very well, human. I will come with a delegation. But be warned, any treachery will result in your ship's destruction. As the communication ended, Jackson turned to Elena. Captain, are you sure about this? We're outnumbered and outgunned. Elena watched as the ship's systems continued to activate around them, interfaces reconfiguring to accommodate human users. The radiation that should have been killing them seemed to be having minimal effect inside the command center, as if the ship was somehow shielding them specifically. No, she admitted. But something tells me we were meant to find this ship, and whatever this devourer is, it sounds like we're going to need all the allies we can get. The AI's hologram nodded in apparent approval. The inheritors have awakened. The Ascendancy just as the progenitors intended. The final defense begins. Outside, the Varn fleet moved into position, their weapons primed. The first interstellar standoff in human history had begun, with Earth's future hanging in the balance. Inheritors of the stars, the Varn delegation arrived with a show of force, 6 soldiers in sleek armor flanking their commander, weapons held, at ready. They moved with the confident precision of a species with centuries of military tradition, their 4 eyes constantly scanning for threats. Elena had positioned her team strategically around the Ascendancy's command center. Dr. Wei stood at a console studying the ship's systems, while Commander Jackson and Lieutenant Rahman maintained positions near the exits. The ship's AI hovered silently at Elena's side, its holographic form casting a soft blue glow over the proceedings. Welcome aboard the Ascendancy, Elena greeted, keeping her voice diplomatic despite the tension. I'm Captain Elena Reyes of the United Nations Space Force. The Varn commander made no attempt at pleasantries. I am High Commander Velix of the Varn Confederacy Expansion Fleet. Let us be clear, human. This meeting is a courtesy. The Ascendancy belongs to the Varn. Elena maintained her composure. According to the ship's AI, that claim isn't supported by the evidence. AIs can be reprogrammed, Velix countered. We've tracked this vessel for generations. Our archives contain records of its capabilities dating back 1,000 years. Yet you never managed to activate it, Elena observed. Perhaps because you lack the genetic markers the ship is designed to recognize. Velix's jaw tightened. The progenitors are a myth, a story used to explain the advanced artifacts scattered throughout this sector. No species alive today descends from them. The AI stepped forward, its holographic form solidifying. I have existed for approximately 12,000 of your years, Commander Velix. I witnessed the fall of my creators. Their genetic legacy lives on in multiple species, but humans possess the closest match, a compatibility of 97.3%. Impossible, Velix hissed. Humans are from a backwater planet, barely a century into space travel. Earth was specifically chosen, the AI replied. Its harsh conditions, varied environments, and radiation levels made it ideal for preserving the progenitor. Genome against evolutionary pressure. Dr. Wei looked up from her console, unable to contain her scientific curiosity. Are you saying Earth was terraformed? Not terraformed, the AI corrected. Selected. Earth already possessed conditions similar to the progenitor homeworld: high gravity, diverse biosphere, significant radiation. The progenitors added their genetic material to your planet's evolutionary path approximately 3 million years ago. The implications struck Elena like a physical blow. Human evolution, guided by an ancient alien species as some kind of backup plan. It sounded like fringe pseudoscience, yet here they stood aboard the physical evidence. This changes nothing, Velix insisted. The Varn Confederacy claims this vessel by right of discovery. Except we discovered it first, Jackson pointed out. Technicality, Velix dismissed. You lack the infrastructure to utilize. The ship suddenly lurched, cutting off the commander's words. Alarms blared as the displays shifted to external views. "We are under attack," the AI announced calmly. "A Varn destroyer has opened fire on my outer hull." Velix looked genuinely shocked. "I gave no such order." "The vessel is identified as the Dominance," the AI continued. "They have fired again." Elena turned to Velix, anger flashing in her eyes. "Call them off. Now." The Varn commander activated his communicator, barking orders in his native language. The response seemed to displease him. "Sub-Commander Krex believes I have been compromised," Velix explained grimly. "He has assumed command of the fleet and intends to disable this vessel for retrieval." "Your subordinate is making a serious mistake," Elena warned. "This ship recognizes humans as its rightful operators." As if responding to her words, the Ascendancy's systems surged to life. Dormant consoles activated throughout the command center, and the low hum of power permeated the air. "Defensive systems online," the AI announced. "Countermeasures deployed." Outside, a shimmering field enveloped the ancient ship. The next salvo from the Varn destroyer dissipated harmlessly against it. "Warning shot authorized," the AI stated. Before anyone could object, a beam of concentrated energy lanced from the Ascendancy, striking the Varn destroyer with surgical precision. The smaller ship didn't explode. Instead, its systems visibly powered down, leaving it drifting helplessly. "Targeted EMP pulse," the AI explained. "Their vessel is disabled but intact. Life support systems remain functional." Velix stared at the display in shock. "That technology, our strongest shields cannot withstand such an attack. The Ascendancy was built to fight something far more dangerous than your ships," Elena reminded him. The statement wasn't a threat, merely a fact. "Doctor." We approached, her expression serious. "Captain, I've been analyzing the ship's database. The Devourer the AI mentioned, it's real and it's coming." She directed their attention to a long-range sensor display. At the farthest edge of detected space, something was moving. A darkness that seemed to consume light itself, advancing slowly but inexorably toward populated systems. "The final hunter awakens," the AI confirmed. "As predicted by my creators, it consumes all energy it encounters, stars, planets, life. It has been dormant for 10,000 years, but now begins its feeding cycle again." Velix studied the readings, the color draining from his scaled face. "Our long-range sensors detected anomalies, stars going dark at the rim. We thought it was instrument error." "Not error," the AI replied. "The Devourer has already consumed 3 star systems. At its current trajectory, it will reach Varn space in approximately 8 months, and Earth in just over a year." Elena felt a chill that had nothing to do with the ship's temperature. "Can it be stopped?" "That is the Ascendancy's purpose," the AI confirmed. "I was designed to generate an energy frequency that disrupts the Devourer's feeding pattern, forcing it back into dormancy, but I cannot do it alone." "The Varn Confederacy has thousands of ships," Velix offered, his earlier hostility replaced by grim practicality. "If this threat is real, we will face it. Your conventional weapons will be ineffective," the AI cautioned, "but the Ascendancy contains templates to retrofit your vessels with appropriate technology." Elena studied the Varn commander, seeing the calculation behind his 4 eyes. "I think we both understand what needs to happen here, Commander. Neither of us can face this threat alone." Velix nodded slowly. "An alliance, then. Temporary, of course." "Of course," Elena agreed, though she suspected nothing would be temporary about the changes this discovery would bring to human-Varn relations. Dr. Wei, who had continued examining the ship's database, suddenly looked up. "Captain, the Ascendancy requires a crew to operate at full capacity. According to these specs, the neural interface was designed specifically for the progenitor brain structure, which apparently is remarkably similar to human neurology, and not compatible with Varn physiology," the AI confirmed. "Additionally, the radiation levels required for optimal operation are lethal to most species, but within tolerance parameters for humans." Elena understood the implication. "You're saying only humans can fully operate this ship?" "Correct. Your species evolved on a world with higher background radiation than most habitable planets. Your bodies can withstand conditions that would kill a Varn within hours. Velix looked between Elena and the AI, clearly calculating the new power dynamics at play. So the humans pilot this vessel, and the Varn provide the fleet to support it. A fair division of labor, Elena suggested, unless you'd prefer we face the Devourer separately. The Varn commander's pride warred visibly with his pragmatism. Finally, he extended a four-fingered hand in a gesture surprisingly similar to a human handshake. The Varn Confederacy accepts your alliance proposal, Captain Reyes. Our scientists will work with yours to implement the Ascendancy's technology across our fleet. As Elena clasped the alien's hand, sealing humanity's first interstellar alliance, warning klaxons sounded throughout the ship. The Devourer has accelerated, the AI announced, displaying updated sensor readings. It has consumed another star system and gained significant velocity. New estimated arrival in Varn space. 4 months. And Earth? Elena asked, dread pooling in her stomach. 7 months, 2 weeks, the AI replied. We must begin preparations immediately. Velix turned to his delegation. Return to the flagship. Inform the Admiralty of our situation and alliance. All scientific resources are to be redirected to this project immediately. As the Varn departed, Elena gathered her team. Contact the Pathfinder. We need to establish a secure communication channel with Earth Command. Captain, Jackson asked quietly, are we really ready for this? First contact, ancient alien technology, and now a threat to all life in the galaxy? Elena looked around. At the Ascendancy's command center, built eons ago by a species that had somehow foreseen humanity's evolution and prepared this legacy for them. A ship designed for human hands, human minds, and human biology. Ready or not, Commander, this is humanity's fight now, she replied. The progenitors left us this ship for a reason. We're going to make sure their faith in us wasn't misplaced. Dr. Wei looked up from the sensor displays, her expression a mix of fear and determination. It's almost poetic, isn't it? An ancient species facing extinction plants the seeds of humanity, knowing that millions of years later, we'd evolve into something that could continue their fight. And now we've found their greatest weapon, Elena added, just when we need it most. As if responding to her words, the Ascendancy systems hummed with increasing power. Displays throughout the command center activated, showing star charts, weapon schematics, and deployment strategies. The ship, dormant for millennia, was fully awakening at last. Preparations commencing, the AI announced. Weapons calibration at 30%, hull integrity optimal, all systems responding to human interface. Elena took a deep breath, feeling the weight of both the progenitor's legacy and humanity's future resting on her shoulders. Against all odds, humans had not only reached the stars but discovered they had an ancient claim to them, and now faced an enemy that threatened all life in the galaxy. Send word to Earth, she ordered. Tell them humanity has just inherited the greatest weapon in the galaxy, and we're going to need it.